Welcome, everybody. Thank you for joining us today. We are excited to launch something and announce something that we've been working on for quite some time. And I'm so excited to share with you what is happening in my life. There's a scripture in the Bible that says your gift will make room for you. And I am a testimony and a testament to that very fact and the proof that that scripture is absolutely true, especially when you recognize your gift, you cultivate your gift. And for many, many years, you practice it, you give it away freely, you use the gift that God has given you to be able to help as many people as you can. And over a period of time, you start to recognize the doors begin to open. And I'm so excited to share with you another door that is opening in my life as it relates to one of the gifts that God has given me. One of the gifts that God has given me, which is categorically undeniable, is that God has given me the gift of inspiration and motivation. He's given me the gift of coaching people. He's given me the gift of giving people life strategies. And I'm so thankful that I get to do what I do. It's a privilege. And I have to admit, it is truly a pleasure. Today, we are informing those of you who follow us, those of you who have been following us for perhaps the last 20 or 25 years. And you've seen our matriculation, you've seen our growth, you've seen the maturation of the gift that God has given us and how it continues to just amaze people, but not just amaze people, how it continues to produce measurable results. I'm all about measurable results because there are a lot of people in the game, a lot of talkers, a lot of promisers. But when you have results that are measurable and then replicatable year after year after year, you know you've got something. You know that God has truly given you an amazing gift. A few years ago, we launched a transformation tribe here in Warner Robins, Georgia, and it was powerful. It was prolific. It was the impetus to really what I'm doing now on a much larger scale. And we started with a group of people. I believe it was about 30 people. And we met, I believe, every other week. I want to say every week throughout the year, and had transformation coaching sessions and seminars and workshops. And when I tell you that was some of the most powerful work that I have ever done with people in a group setting, absolutely phenomenal. After that year was complete, we began to expand and find different avenues and different ways to do the same thing, but do it on a larger scale, and to also hone our craft and perfect this mission and mantle that God has placed on our lives. Over the last couple of years, though, I've had people that have asked me, especially those that were a part of that initial birthing of the Transformation Tribe, man, when are you going to bring the Transformation Tribe back? We're ready. Just let us know when. All you got to do is say when, and we are ready. And after praying and seeking God's face and really just studying the trends and the patterns as it relates to what I do, I am excited to tell you that we are bringing the Transformation Tribe back. As with all things, though, I believe in transformation and evolution, and it has truly evolved to be even better this time than it was before. This time we are calling it Win with Win. Win with Win. I want to put that on the screen for you. Win with Win. What is Win with Win? Win with Win is a personal development tribe. And I want to let you know that you can become a member of Win Win Win, the personal development tribe, for only $10 a month. That $10 a month is going to give you access to, 44 video courses from March to December of this year, 2021. Here's the good news. You can cancel at any time. There is no contract. There is no month-to-month obligation. You get it in 1 month and it doesn't meet your needs, it doesn't speak to you, by all means, tap out. I promise you, though, you don't want to miss what's going to be made available to the Win with Win personal development tribe members. I'm so excited about this because this is going to allow me to really cater to a specific group of people who are interested exclusively in personal development. I have a lot of different gifts and a lot of different areas that I speak to. And oftentimes we will share things on social media. We do it on Facebook and Instagram and even on our band app. And God has blessed me to be a multidimensional individual. So first and foremost, I'm a husband, I'm a father, I'm a pastor of a beautiful, amazing church called the Freedom Church in Warner Robins, Georgia. I'm also an author, a transformation coach, a life strategist, and then there are a couple other things that I just don't even want to mention. God has blessed us to do a variety of things and to be able to do them well and to have some amazing results. The transformation coaching and the life strategist part of me, though, really is the heartbeat and the soul of what I do besides being a pastor, a husband, and a father. And it is advantageous for any of you who are truly interested in growing in 2021. I'm talking about truly growing mentally, spiritually, physically, and developing and evolving to be the person that you know you are capable of being. You just need a little coaching along the way. It has been proven that even the greats need a coach. That you can be the most talented, the most gifted, but there's something about having the right kind of coach who understands you, your ability, your skills, what you have, what you don't have, and they know how to bring all of that together to help you be the champion that you were born to be. Well, that's what I do day in and day out. I want to encourage you to consider becoming a member of the Win with Win Personal Development Tribe. Again, only $10 a month, and you can cancel anytime. And this will give you access to 44 videos, which is going to be a video course specifically designed for personal development. This course will only be available on our website. It will only be available on our website. And the only way to access the videos and to access the activities that evolve around this particular group of individuals is to be a member. So I want to encourage you. I strongly want to encourage you to join today. $10 a month. I spend more than that when I go to Starbucks. And so do you if you go to Starbucks, or if you go to McDonald's, or you go to your favorite fast food restaurant. We're not even going to talk about your favorite dining restaurant. And at some place in time, we have to recognize that we have to invest in ourselves. That none of us grow auspiciously. None of us just grow because we just want to grow. No, growth has to be intentional, and it has to be the intentional planting of seeds that will produce the kind of harvest that one desires. Well, personal development is something that you have to be intentional about, and you have to link up with like-minded individuals who have the same desire. They've got the same fire burning inside of them. And you say, you know what? That's my tribe. That's the people that I need to be connected with, because birds of a feather flock together and they all end up at the same destination. In the words of Bernie Mac, who you with? Most important thing. Listen, also in 2021, Win with Win is going to be developing multiple courses and multiple channels for people with specific interests. So I need you to know that there are going to be other channels and other courses coming very soon for various interests that people have in their lives. It might be a course for finances. It might be a course for marriage. I'm really talking with my wife and trying to get her in to do this with me. And she and I do a course for marriage. And we create a win with win tribe for married individuals who want to understand and learn and grow in their relationship. We all know that marriage is not easy, and that marriage takes work. And it takes the kind of work that you have to be committed to. My wife and I have been married 33 years this year, and this December the 19th, we will be celebrating 34 years of marriage. And they have not been years of perfection. They have not been years of everything done right and everything, going the way that one expects. But I can tell you this, that after 33 years, going into 34 years, I've learned a little bit about marriage. I've learned how to stay in a relationship. I've learned how to work with someone as a partner, to build something, to have something, to do amazing things as a team and as a unit. And that's what I want to share with those individuals. And I'm just kind of teasing you, letting you know what's coming down the pipeline. So when you hear about it, if it piques your interest, you jump right on it. And I'm just super excited. I've even got a quick little video I want you to check out that we prepared, that kind of prepares you guys for where we're going with our transformation coaching and our life strategist work. And I just want to share this video with you real quick. It's about a minute long. Take a look at this, and I'll be right back. Welcome. Welcome to the place where progressive thinkers gather to learn from yours truly, multi-dimensional pastor, author, transformation coach, and life strategist, Troy Wynn Sr. All the tools you need to build a successful life, a successful business, and a successful legacy can be found here. Whether your interest is in business, finances, relationships, fashion, or faith, this is where you will find on-demand, online digital courses, which will serve as an oasis of information, cultivated and curated for people who wake up each day and say, I cannot stay where I am today. Welcome. How was that, man? I think that was dope. I think that was really dope. And not, listen, I've seen this probably 35, 40 times already. And every time I watch that clip, it gets me hyped. It gets me excited because I know that we are going to be able to help so many more people than we've been able to help in times past, because we're becoming very strategic and targeting those groups of people who have interest in specific topics, where they can have a place where they can come to consistently and know, okay, this is what's going to be talked about. This is where I'm going to learn on this particular subject matter. And I'm just super duper excited. And I'll come back again on the end and encourage you to join us. Today, I would like to give you a free sample of what I do for a living. Outside of being a pastor, outside of being a mentor, I want to give you a taste of what I do as a transformation coach. I want to give you a taste of what I do as a life strategist. I know some people think, well, what is that? There are folks on social media every day giving advice, and there are folks on Instagram and all the Facebook pages and groups giving advice of what makes you different. Well, I tell you, one of the things that makes me different is I've been through a lot in my life. I've been through a lot in my life. And when I talk about going through a lot, I'm talking about going through a lot of bad things, going through a lot of things that were my fault, having made some bad choices, some bad decisions, but also going through some things that were not my fault and having to experience some things because of other people. Life has taught me a lot because I made up in my mind to be a student. I made up in my mind to be a student. That way, one day I could become a teacher, in spite of all of the hard lessons and the horrible lessons I've had to learn. I've been able to take that and turn that and to help individuals who are now where I was, who are now going through many of the things that I've already gone through. And I'm standing on the end, at the finish line, at the victory place, saying, hey, you can make it. Today, I want to give you just a taste and a sample of what I do. And this is going to be a blessing to so many of you, because it's actually going to be a free transformation coaching session that I just want to deliver to you right now. Here's what I want to share with you today. You don't have to have amazing gift. You don't have to have an amazing talent. You don't have to have any amazing ability to exit a life defined by average. A lot of people are living a life that is defined by average. Average existence, average job, average money, average relationship. Their whole life is defined by average. And there's a misnomer, a belief that many people have, that you have to have some kind of amazing gift. You look at people and say, well, that person's just gifted. That person's just talented. That person just has an amazing ability. That's why they're successful. That's why, God's opening doors for them. That's why they're able to do incredible things that I wish I could do. They're exploring different things that I wish I could explore. And I need to tell you, it's not about the gift. It's not about the talent. And it's not about the ability. What do you mean? I am telling you that if you have no gifts, if you have no talents, and you have no abilities, you can still exit a life defined by average. I want to give you three things that you have to do instead of you focusing on things that you think have to have. Number one, you have to become passionately curious. Somebody better write that down. You have to become passionately curious. And this is for people who don't have any amazing gifts and talents and abilities. If you can just become passionately curious, your life will begin to unfold and unravel in some amazing ways. There is power in being passionately curious. Why? Because when you're passionately curious, a different part of your brain comes active. A different part of your brain becomes involved and begins to engage and view life with a different set of lenses. Why? Because I'm passionately curious. Translate, I want to know how this works. I want to know why that is. There are a lot of people that just go through life and they say, K, Sarah, whatever would be, will be. There's a urban colloquialism that actually echoes that sentiment. You've probably said it. I don't like to say it because I don't like it. Here's the urban colloquialism. It is what it is. That gives me shivers when I hear somebody say that. You've never heard me say it is what it is. And I know sometimes we say things because we think they're cool. We say things because that's the hot phrase at the time, but sometimes you need to analyze and understand what you're saying. See, because I'm passionately curious about the things we say, I know that when you say it is what it is, you're also saying there's nothing I can do about it. When you say it is what it is, you're also saying I just have to accept it and deal with it, and I don't have any power or any choice in the matter. And if you believe that, you definitely need to sign up and become a member of the Win with Win tribe, because I can help you understand and realize that you have power to change things that seem unchangeable. But in order to do this, you must first become passionately curious. Here's the second thing you have to do. Number two, you have to become dangerously disciplined. Oh, somebody's going to thank me for this. Number two, we're talking about three things you have to do, especially if you don't have any amazing gifts, amazing talents, and amazing abilities. Here's the second thing you have to do. You have to become dangerously disciplined. Notice I didn't just say become disciplined. No. You have to become dangerously disciplined. Now, I know somebody's saying, well, what in the world does that look like? Let me tell you what dangerously disciplined looks like. Dangerously disciplined looks like somebody who has set a goal and they will not allow anything to stop them from reaching their goal. I'll give you an example, and I use myself because I know myself better than I know anybody else. I set a goal in my life to be physically fit. Now, this was probably some 20, 25 years ago when I set this goal. But about 25 years ago, when I started working out, there were times that I would quit. There were times that I would give up. There were times when my body would ache and I just wouldn't go. There were times that if I didn't feel like going, I didn't go. And I would do good for a little season, start seeing some results, and then I would just fall off. And when I fell off a long time. And then I got the urge to work out again. And I looked at myself and I was like, man, boy, you really fell off. Why did you stop in the first place? Why did you quit? And I'd go back and I'd start again and I'd do it for a couple more months. Then guess what? I'd fall off and quit again and say, man, I need to get back in shape. Look at myself and say, man, you fell off again. Why did you quit in the first place? And I'd get back in there. And I went through this, I would say maybe 3 or 4 times. And then something clicked the last time I went through that. Something clicked in my cerebral cortex that said, if you will just become dangerously disciplined, then you can cultivate a healthy life, a healthy mind, and a healthy body just by becoming dangerously disciplined. So what I decided to do is say, I'm going to go. I don't care how I feel. I remember here recently, I went to the gym. This was probably a month or two ago, and I think it was on a holiday. It had to be a holiday, and I didn't know the gym was going to be closed. I just go and work out. I don't read a lot of the signs. And I went, and the gym was closed. There was not a car in the parking lot. It also happened to start raining right at the moment I pulled up. Well, I had to make an executive decision. What are you going to do? You go home, say the gym was closed, it's raining? I said, no, I'm dangerously disciplined. And I got out of my car and I ran around the parking lot of Max Fitness. And I know I did at least 2 miles in the rain, soaking wet. And I know some people say, well, that's just that's ridiculous. That was not necessary. You didn't have to do that. You could have did something else. And you're absolutely right. But listen, I am dangerously disciplined. In other words, I'm going to do what I've committed myself to do, even if it's inconvenient, even if it seems asinine and insane to other people. I'm not living for other people's opinion and other people's perspective. I've got goals, I've got dreams, I've got things that I want in my life and things that I want for my family. I've got a legacy that I am going to leave behind for my children. And the only way to have any of those things is I have to be dangerously disciplined. Here's what I'm telling you today. If you can focus on becoming dangerously disciplined, you will become someone who is unstoppable. How do I know you'll be unstoppable? Because let me tell you something. You are the one that stops you more than anybody else has ever stopped you. Do you mind if I say that again? You are the one who has stopped you more than anybody else has ever stopped you. So fathom this for a minute, if you will. What could you be, accomplish, and do if you would finally get out of your own way and stay out of your own way? Ooh, I can only imagine. Well, the only way to get that and the only way to get there is to become dangerously disciplined. I told you there are three things that you have to do if you're not gifted and you don't have amazing talents or special abilities. Here's the third thing you have to do. You have to become ridiculously consistent. Notice I didn't just say consistent. You have to become ridiculously consistent. What does that look like? That simply, it looks like you're going to hit the nail on the head come rain or shine, come hell, or high water or no water. You're going to be so ridiculously consistent that when people see you, one of the main ways they describe you as being somebody who is ridiculously consistent. I was having a conversation the other day with a friend, and the friend said to me, you really have committed yourself to this physical fitness that you are engaged in day to day. So they said, I got to give it to you. You're consistent. You've developed the mindset that you get it done over and over and over and over again, not month after month, week after week. They say, you've been doing it for years. And the crazy part about it is I really hadn't thought about it till they said it like that. And I was like, yeah, I have. And what has happened is many of the things that I preach and practice have simply become a part of my life. See, oftentimes when we have these endeavors, whether they be to cancel debt, whether they be to become financially, fit or physically fit, or to have better relationships with our children or our loved ones, whatever it is, to perhaps pursue an educational degree of some sort, whatever the goal is, oftentimes when we begin these things, they're some way, somehow separate from our lives. That's just something that we do. That's something we're going after, which makes it a lot easier to quit when things get hard. But when you say to yourself and you say to that thing, oh, we're not separate. No, you and I are one. You are going to be a part of my life. So much so that when I see myself, I see that thing because I and that thing have become united as one. The only way you get that is to become ridiculously consistent. I want to review because if you can do these three things, your life can be absolutely amazing in 2021. Don't worry about the past because the past can't last if you're properly preparing your future. Let me say that again. Don't worry about the past because the past can't last if you're properly preparing your future. That's what I do as a transformation coach. That's what I do as a life strategist. I help people properly prepare for their future so that their past cannot have any say so towards their future. Number one, what did I tell you have to do? You have to become passionately curious. Number two, you have to become dangerously disciplined. And then number three, You have to become ridiculously consistent. Here's what I want to tell you. You can do this. You can do all three of these. They are in your power and your ability to do them. You say, do you really believe that? Not only do I believe it, I absolutely know it. I'll tell you something else I know. You aren't stuck. I want to say that. You aren't stuck. I know you think you're stuck. I know you probably feel stuck. But the truth of the matter is, you're not stuck. Wait a minute. How are you going to tell me I'm not stuck? I feel stuck. I've been in the same place for a long time. My circumstances look the same. My surroundings look the same. Everything about me looks the same. I want to tell you, you are not stuck. Here's what you are. You're simply not focused long enough to see any steps you take make a difference and produce the kind of results that you desire. Ooh, my God, that's good. That's good. This is why I'm here today to tell somebody you aren't stuck. You just aren't focused. And oftentimes the reason why you aren't focused is because you aren't connected to a movement that involves focusing. Birds of a feather flock together and they all end up at the same destination. Do you know why they all end up at the same destination? Because they are connected together. It behooves you in 2021 to analyze and evaluate every circle of your life. They say that if you hang around four broke people, you're going to be the fifth. But if you hang around four rich people, you'll also be the fifth in that group. Here's what most people don't recognize is that your environment is more likely to change you before you change your environment. Let me say that again because somebody needs to hear that. Your environment is more likely to change you than you are to change your environment. What does that mean? That means that it behooves many of us who are in environments that are not conducive to where we want to be, what we want to do, what we want to become, that we got to find a way to make an exodus. We got to find a way to get out. We got to find a way to escape that which, if we don't escape it, it will incarcerate us, our children, and our children's children. How many people do you know that have been caught by generational environments such as poverty, alcoholism, drugs, domestic violence, abuse? And it seems like it just runs through the family from one generation to the next generation to the next generation. Oftentimes, it's an environmental issue. Oftentimes, if someone can get out of that environment, they will experience a totally different life, totally different lifestyle. Matter of fact, you've seen that. Some of you are that. Some of you, when you go back home, you are amazed at how little things have changed. Some of you, when you go back to the place where you grew up and you went to school and some of your family and friends are still there, you are blown away. It is literally, and somebody will know this is the absolute truth. It is literally like you step back in time when you go there. And it almost takes your breath away at how still and how stagnated that place is. It's an environmental issue. Here's what I want to tell you today. That whatever environment you're in, you can introduce things to that environment that will empower you and enlighten you and uplift you and refocus you and change the trajectory of your life. Why? Because instead of you being contaminated and consumed by the environment, you introduce what I call anti-agents into that toxic environment, and you came out better. You came out healthier. You came out wiser. You came out smarter. Why? Because you recognize that if the environment is toxic, something has to be done. You are the key and you are the catalyst to that something that can be the absolute amazing transformation in your life and for your life. I'm going to close by reminding you that this is what I do. I just given you a free sample of what I do every day, all day long, in terms of my transformation coaching and my life strategist gift and ability that God has given me. If you're interested in personal development in 2021, I want to encourage you to join today. Join what? Join the Win with Win Personal Development Tribe. It's only $10 a month. You can cancel it anytime. Go to www.troywinsr.com and sign today, pay today, and become an official member today. You're going to be blessed. Oh, yeah, by the way, there's a bonus video waiting for you when you sign up today. Absolutely bonus. And when I tell you it is mind-blowing, it is a mind-blowing coaching video that I've produced, never been seen. It's only on my website. Oh my God, you gotta watch it. It's called The Unimaginable Secret to Unimaginable Success. Listen, be sitting down when you watch this, because this thing right here is a game changer, and it's gonna shift your mind in ways that you never thought was possible. So I offer you the opportunity, join the tribe this year, and let's do something this year that is going to be absolutely phenomenal toward every single one of us experiencing the life that we dream of, reaching the goals that we aspire to reach, and just being what it is that we know we were born to be. But sometimes we just need a little help getting there. Listen, this is Troy Wynn, Senior Transformation Coach, Life Strategist, bringing you the Win with Win Personal Development Tribe. Consider joining and watch your life be blessed. Have a great day, and do me a favor, share this video with your family and your friends so that they too can be impacted.